Well, alrighty, folks. Welcome back to another session of our Rime of the Frostmaiden, Icewind Dale. I am your Dungeon Master, Dungeon Mister, and joined by our wonderful players today. If you guys want to say hey, you can, if you want.
Hello.
Hi.
And it's been a minute. I was unfortunately ill last week, but we are back in the swing of things, and we're gonna go over a little bit of recap of what happened last time before we get into what's gonna happen this time. So, without further ado, last time, after you guys had learned that there was some sort of cult to Levistus within Caer Dineval, you rescued the speaker from the keep and were faced with the entire presence of the castle guards, quote unquote. Hearing noises outside of people readying themselves, you did the same. A couple of you spotted a curious figure riding off in the blizzard amidst the commotion. Heading down the stairs while Alara kind of stayed with the speaker at the time, you were met with gale force winds, and this wind brought more than a chill. It brought over a dozen men-at-arms, kind of teleporting in with the wind, ready to strike. Not ones to surrender, even though you were surrounded and outnumbered. You fought fiercely, and as they died one by one, their bodies quickly froze over solid, stiffened ice. And through a tough encounter with numerous foes, you did end up victorious after taking out their squad leader, which caused any of them that were left alive to freeze over as chains gripped them and grabbed them all to the ground. No sign of the tiefling Kaldroth. Besides footprints leading into the snow, you opted to find the hostages that they might have kept. And you did indeed eventually find the hostages stuck below the castle in a cold, watery cellar. Once the keep was liberated, you and the remaining loyal servants had a warm meal with the town speaker, Crannoch Seaver. He said he was very thankful for you being here and stated you'd be most welcome in the keep any time you were around. Getting a good night's rest, so everyone can take a long rest if you haven't already. You all contemplate your next goal and wake up to the chill of the castle. In the servants' quarters still. But I will say you can hear the sounds of some talking in the great room beyond. What are you guys doing? I would say. Go ahead.
I guess it's a question of what's next, yeah? Do we want to find this tiefling or head out?
Going out in this weather is probably not advised.
I would say the blizzard is probably passed by now, but you would be able to tell. There are no windows in here, but just the cold from the outside would kind of seeping in, be able to tell that it's probably a heavy snow outside.
There won't be much of a trail to follow after all that heavy snowfall.
Probably not. Could swing by the tavern. See what's new in town, since all these people probably aren't exactly up to date on the happenings in town. Being locked up and all.
Well, it is dark and early still.
It's dark.
As you're discussing this, a knock would come at your door, or at the door to the servants' chamber. Like, you guys would be the only ones in here. The servants are not to be seen at the moment.
Come in.
And the door would open, and you would see Speaker Saver. Didn't mean to intrude. We were having breakfast out here if you wanted to join. If you would be so kind, I would love to repay in any way I could for helping take back the keep after Kaldroth. Love to see his head on a spike. But yes, we do have some not fish for once. Some frozen mutton they found down in the cellar. Been defrosted and well seasoned, of course.
Let's go eat, shall we?
It would be rude to turn down a meal.
Especially a hot one.
Yes, well, it will await you. We don't have many servants left, but nor any guards. It is on my to-do list. I'm hoping to talk about plans to reinforce the keep. If you all are up for a task such as that, I'd be intrigued. But yes.
Well, not planning to stay here for all that long. Seems like a long-term employment.
Oh, I didn't mean stay here and defend the keep. I meant, although if you would, I couldn't pay much, maybe 5 gold a week, but more just you might know people, or it is quite a large keep. I wouldn't mind house guests from time to time.
Of course.
But if you
Something to think about.
Yes, of course, think about it. Get some breakfast. It's just me and the 6 other servants at the moment. I was hoping once I am well enough, as a little under the weather after being cooped up in my room for so long, but, and I do have you to thank for freeing me of that. I would like to make my presence known about town and maybe send some word to the other speakers. Letters, I know that you have been sending, well, letters from time to time. Perhaps if you all are going to other towns, just let them know that I am well, and they should be expecting word from me soon. I would appreciate it. As you guys are kind of talking and having breakfast in the great room, the butler would come in kind of unannounced, older human gentleman, bald for the most part, kind of got a little scrap of hair on the back of his head, dressed in furs over what was probably a once nice suit. And following behind him, you would see a human woman dressed in elaborate wolf furs. A great wolf head kind of covering her the top of her head. Teeth kind of sinking down right above her eyes. She's just kind of snarling, looking about the place. Well, the butler. Speaker, we don't have any proper guards at the moment. I didn't know what else to do. The door was also broken out front. We should get that fixed. But there's this woman saying she has a message, did you say? And this burly woman dressed in wolf trappings kind of shoulders forward. Yes, who is in charge of 10 Town? The speaker, I guess I'm in charge of this town, if that's what you mean. I come to give warning. There is wolf tribe under the command of Sangra Gizgrir resorting to cannibalism. I know they have been plucking off of smaller towns here and there. They are also looking about their own kind. I know they have taken a few of your kind. But I am here to give warning that there is a tribe, part of a tribe, barely part of the wolf, going against the great chief. Thought big castle, important place. I give word, warning.
Where is this tribe located?
Some 2 days northeast of here, along the tundra. They will probably change their location weekly, is what I have seen.
You said it's only a select number of your people who have decided
Yes,
to do this.
a camp.
Why aren't the rest of your people dealing with it respectfully?
We can't risk an all-out war. One tribe fights another, or within itself, causes civil blood. The numbers would be too great to lose, especially in the winter, such as this.
Right.
Great Chief thought it was smart, wise, to tell the 10 Town. Nay, do what you must. You would have no qualms with the rest of the wolf tribe. In fact, you would have the blessing.
What would the blessing mean?
What would the blessing mean?
Yeah.
It is an honor. Do you not want honor?
Sure, but what's honor going to do in this type of weather? Like, we're all gonna die eventually. Why? What's the difference between dying with honor and dying without it? I don't.
Honor
I'm sorry.
amongst
I'm trying to understand the concept.
honor amongst the wolf would mean allies amongst the wolf.
Allies could be handy.
That is true.
as we lost Sev.
Especially if there's gonna be some big fight at the end of this with the bloody Frostmaiden.
What you do with this information is yours. I would not tell anyone what to do, especially those not of the wolf tribe.
Well, I mean, I guess if you want something to do.
I have heard that if they are traveling, they would be traveling slow as they have eaten all of their sled dogs. I've heard word even the children have been resorting to cannibalism in the camp.
Is there not like enough food for you guys? Is that why they're resorting to?
The winter is harsh all over. Animals are more scarce. Hunting has been problematic. Those of us
And when you get desperate.
those of us not resorting to cannibalism survive, endure, maintain honor. We do not wish to harm the 10 towns ourselves. We have lived peacefully alongside them for generations. We do not wish this peace to be lost so easily due to one small camp. If we were to strike our own, other camps might join their force. Wolf tribe could be lost. We do not want this.
No.
I have said my piece. Do with this what you must. The rest of the tribe would, at least the chief, who stands for the tribe, would gladly welcome you. The speaker kind of like, that was interesting. We'll talk this over. I presume the keep is quite empty for now. Would you like to stay and talk some more, or would you like to? You need transport. How can we assist? I need no assistance. I travel the tundra as I've traveled my whole life. I will leave you now. Kind of turns and looks around the room. Say she would. I would say Alara and yeah, Alara and Andres would notice her eyes kind of linger on Severage for a little bit longer than everyone else as she wraps up her cloak and simply leaves the way she came.
Should have done an insight check on her.
Would be handy to have the allies. And having a bunch of cannibals thrown around could be problematic.
What was
Not
that
to
all
be
about?
pessimistic, but every other time we've run into a burly woman who's dressed to the nines in all these furs and animal skins, they've tried to kill Severage. Yeah. Um, so I just get food for thought. Maybe it's different this time, but it's already happened 3 times, and you know, 3 times ain't a coincidence.
And she also looked at Seth like she knew him.
Yeah. Did you have any run-ins with people like that growing up, Seth?
Not particularly. Kind of kept to ourselves out in the wilderness. I don't know. I see a lot of people.
Might be some kind of elaborate trap for you.
I could be so lucky.
Well, if there's a small tribe of cannibals running around, eventually we would hear word of it. Maybe a little too late for some other travelers, of course.
True. I suppose we could find or look for someone to corroborate this story.
That's an idea.
She said northeast, so that means either Caer Dineval or Caer Koenig would have been the towns attacked by this tribe. You've been to Caer Koenig, right? Heard
Yes.
anything of the sort?
Son of cannibals, I don't believe.
What about the wolf tribe? What have you heard of them?
I would say Severage and Andres can give me a history check about the wolf tribe.
Picked one of my 5.
Noise.
Very nice.
Okay. So would know, where is it? The wolf tribe is one of 4 ragged nomad tribes. Andres, you would have heard the name Isar Kronenstrom, being the most powerful chieftain among them. You've probably heard the wolf tribe is typically without a king or a queen for years. Most tribes have their own king or queen. Wolf tribe has been without one. So they don't have anyone. It's not united like the other tribes are.
Yeah.
But it's the most disorganized of all of them. You would have even heard the odd worship of Malar, the Beast Lord, amongst them. Not always, but some of them.
Yeah, I'll share what I know. Let it like that. It would make sense that some of them would split off and resort to cannibalism in these times.
You know, there's the elk, the tiger, the wolf, and the bear tribes.
So it's not a completely unreasonable story. I don't know, maybe we check out the tavern real quick and see if there's been any recent disappearances.
Always recent disappearances.
Fair.
So you guys are heading to the tavern after breakfast?
Yep.
Might as well. Can always head out from there anyways.
All right, as you exit out into the cold, as you're leaving, the speaker will be like, before you go, this isn't much, but I have no need for 6 sled dogs, but notice there are 5 of you. Perhaps you could take 4 off my hands. As little reward as I can give.
I also used a pretty powerful magic item, a scroll. Maybe I can, if you got one of those, I'll take one of those off your hands.
Oh, I have no magic. There's no wizard tower here. There's just me. Apparently, those interlopers had magic. I can the sled dogs is probably the best I could give.
I'll definitely take those.
If that sounds amenable. I know you brought 2 in with you. You could have a total of 6. We do have an extra sleigh as well, or sled.
Yeah, we could use another pine cone.
You won't find many pine cones here, as there's not a tree for miles.
It's a name.
Oh,
Thank you.
well, feel free to name them. I don't think they care too much. The Kennel Master was unfortunately... No, the Kennel Master was fortunately spared. It's right over there.
That's good.
But yes, please take 4 with you, so they may help you on your travels, and an extra sled.
Thank you. That will be very handy.
Of course, as I said, it's the least I could do, and you are more than welcome here at Caer Dineval any time. I will spout your names with words of praise. Assured.
Maybe next time we come back, I convert one of those towers to a wizard tower.
Oh, we could discuss that in time. It seemed like you all were in a rush, but as I said, I wouldn't mind the company. Give it some thought, and I'll give it some thought as well. I need to speak with some builders and of that sort. We'll see what we can do. But Cranach Siva is not an unhospitable person. Again, you have my utmost gratitude.
Well, shall we head to the tavern then?
Yes.
Might as well see what they know. What is the word on the street?
All right. As you head to the uphill climb situated right next to the Caer, just a little northwest, offers a spectacular view of the lake, frozen docks, and you can even see Kelvin's cairn in the distance. Let's see, did I show you guys that picture? It's a good little picture of it too. Yeah. But yeah, you would see the inn right there, or not inn, the tavern. As you enter in, situate your 6 dogs outside and 2 sleds. You would notice that the smell of hot chowder and beer kind of, well, the beer smell is stale, but the chowder smell kind of fills the room. You'd see a couple of individuals in here and kind of behind the bar stirring what looks to be a large pot of some white liquid. Heavier set, rugged, middle-aged human. I'd say Letters and Andres would know this as Rourke, the proprietor. The cursed day out there, eh?
Pretty much.
Same as normal. I here for the chowder.
No, actually, not this time.
Oh, whoa. You're out of luck then. We're all out of ale. Have been for some time. Especially with the speaker. And taxes have been rough. I'll say that.
Is that so?
Give it
Taxes
time.
recently been raised?
Yes, the last month has been horrible. Horrible. But it's the winter to blame. Truly. I'm obviously in the East Haven ferry being closed. Business has been horrible. And another reason for the ale being gone. Can't get ferries up here anymore.
Right. It's frozen in. Hey, maybe things are looking up, though. The speaker's back in charge of the care.
Was he ever
expelled
not?
some- only in name. Some, devil
It's a
worshippers
little sick.
taken over.
I had heard he was under the weather. I wasn't aware there were devil worshippers. That would explain the cold reception most have gotten when they approached.
Yeah, either way, he's back in charge. So, you know.
Perhaps I should have to
Can
go
only get
word
better
with
from
him about these taxes then. Maybe things will start to look up. Who knows?
Please do. Until
No.
then, we were wondering, what's the word in town?
Well, aside from the speaker being ill, which apparently he was not, I wouldn't say there's much word other than I heard they burned a wizard down in East Haven recently. It was,
They did, yeah. Alleged member of the Arcane Brotherhood.
Honeybee Little Buckets, a trapper, been missing for a little bit. Usually, if I'm not cooking chowder, I'd be cooking up some of their rabbit that they catch, but it's been missing for a few days. Maybe they're just out on a hunt, though.
That's so. Okay. Do you by chance know the general direction area that they went missing in?
Well, I don't follow them out when they set the traps. I stay here. They travel the snow, and they said they're the best snowshoe hare catcher around. And I do love a good rabbit stew.
Gotcha. You've heard of any contact with the... Wait, which tribe was it? The Wolf Tribe? The Wolf Tribe. Recently?
We have no business with those reggads. Wildlings always on the move out in the tundra. They'll probably freeze to death when the time comes. This winter, it'll catch us all.
We all might freeze to death then.
That is what I said, yes.
Sure then. Okay. Thanks for your time then. I think we'll be on our way.
Well, okay. Sorry we're out of ale. Maybe I should go have a talk with the speaker here. Speak with the speaker, so to speak. Yes.
Well, good. That's his job. Best of luck to you.
Well, of course, you as well, and your companions. Strange bedfellows. Yes. Good day.
Need to head out. Well, that didn't really confirm anything. Might be possible, but can't be
It's
sure.
likely.
One old missing fisherman was eaten by the old hag, so why not the trapper by the wolf tribe?
Seems likely, but it's not much of a lead.
I don't have anything else to go off.
We could check it out. Could give us an in with the tribe eventually.
It is about the same distance as the knoll space, as the knoll cave that you heard about. A little less.
That no problem just happened to be that wolf tribe.
That'd be hilarious.
Could they be unrelated?
Well, I reckon we just go check it out.
Okay.
I mean, like,
We got at least another day or two before we want to be back in East Haven anyways.
what about yourself? I mean, she did give you a funny look.
Yeah.
But it's possibly your life in the line anyway.
Oh yeah, I know when there's a deeper story at play. I think there's definitely something here.
We see what we find. Just not exactly sure how we're gonna find it.
We can probably stumble across it like we do everything else.
Well, shall we head out with our newly acquired dogs and sled?
You know what? I'll say that he gave you 2 sleds. That way you can have 3. That way you can all actually ride the sleds.
That sounds good. We can think of names on the way.
All right. And actually, it would probably take about less than a day probably to get there. All honesty, with the dog sleds, it would take about 1 hour to get to Caer Konig, and then, unfortunately, over the tundra, it's a little hardier, but you could probably get there in about a day. Is that the plan?
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see what we can find.
All right. Heading northward out of Caer Dineval, you would arrive in Caer Konig about an hour later. If there's anything you'd like to do while you're in town here, before you go. Or are you just passing through? I would say you would see Trovis, the Dragonborn speaker, a little more upright than previously. He would at least give you all a nod
Guess
Sure.
we might as well ask him the same thing we asked at the tavern.
Yeah,
Fair
there
enough.
might be some people who have gone missing as well.
As you approach, you're like, well met, travelers. It's been a minute. I would seem you have Andres? Oh, good to see you again. You haven't been up here in a while. I'm in better spirits now that this company has come through. What brings you up to Caer Koenig?
Any newly people these days?
Any new what people? Sorry, this
Listen.
wind.
We're on the trail of some possible disappearances.
Oh, it wasn't those mountain climbers, was it? They left about 7 days ago. I imagine they went back to Bryn or Targos. You know, people trying to go up to Kelvin's cairn, climb it, and say, oh, I've done the thing, I've seen it before. It's a perilous trek to sure, and a perilous climb. Are you speaking of that?
I don't think we are,
Oh,
although that is news to us.
well, I'm sure
least to
they're
me.
fine.
Mm-hmm. I guess it's sort of on the way.
We do everything that's on the way. We'll never get to where we need to go.
There's nothing else on the way besides that.
And whatever we find when we get there.
On the way where? If you don't mind me asking.
Out northeast, we've heard of some encounters with members of the wolf tribe.
Oh. Well, I don't mess about with those ragged. They usually just wave fire around and they leave you alone. I've encountered one or two in the last month or so. Strays, I believe. Dressed in trappings of... it seemed like bloody wolves.
Did they ever enter town? Or just,
I've had to root a couple
deal
out,
with.
yes, but no one's died that I know of by them. I should probably do a better check-in with folks. Yes, there was a good time there where I was a little under the consumption had taken me for some time. But I wait till the evenings, mostly, now.
Good.
There's Dwergar about, so need to stay alert.
It's true.
But a little drink never hurt anybody. It's still early, though.
Yes. As you were then.
Yes.
We'll check back in on our way back.
I would be wary of the wolf tribe. I've heard tales of them. Well, like a pack of wolves, they will hunt you down and rip you to shreds, bathe in your blood and all that. Reggae, not a fan.
We're counting on it.
Does that? Is there any reaction?
What was that, Phineas?
When he says that about the wolf tribe, I'm gonna look over at Sev. Is there any reaction from Sev when he said that?
I mean, just the normal eye roll of they're just people. Like, he doesn't assume anybody is just evil. Like, he's kind of like, yeah, those are the stories that are told, but
Yep.
they're just people in a very bad situation.
Yeah.
But if it keeps people from wandering off into the middle of nowhere, they don't seem to mind.
True enough. Well, I will do my rounds and I'll check in on people. If you say people are missing, I will do my best. Stay alert. And I would try to say stay warm, but you're surely not warm already.
Warmth is a state of mind.
I have been in that state of mind for the past while. I am over it. I hope. Kind of winces a little bit and looks around. But yes, good day and good luck on your travels. Be wary of the wolf. Generally hostile.
So are the majority of people.
Yes,
Especially up here.
I have seen the same. What? I will leave you. Good day.
Good day.
Well, shall we wander the northern tundra?
Why not? We have sleds to take us.
Yeah, I got dibs on Mr. Drawer and Pinecone too.
Yes, that was Terry.
The other one that you guys got was Mr. Door. Mr. Door. He tried to name it
No, I
Mr.
thought
Door.
Pinecone died and we had Terry.
Pinecone did die, so you guys have Terry and Mr. Door and 4 other dogs.
He already named one of the dogs Pinecone too, I think is what he's saying.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And ditched
Macabre,
Terry
for sure.
altogether.
Yep.
All 4 of them are now Terry. We'll think of better names soon.
We might not have them soon.
Terry, Perry, and Jerry.
That's up to you guys to remember.
Inside, dry.
There you go. But heading out of Karakonid, facing the tundra ahead on your brand new sleds, it does definitely hasten the speed at which you travel across the tundra, unlike what you have been before. But it, a couple of you guys would have to double up on some of them, but they can still carry you pretty well. Stopping every now and then. Not quite fully clear skies, but you do occasionally see patches of the sky seep through, a little starlight. And let's say as you guys are taking one of your breaks with the dogs, around midday as the kind of northern lights, that like semblance of twilight kind of fills the sky, and you actually have vision. You would spot a pair of 2 small figures trudging through the tundra over some hills.
Like, is it small because of perspective, or are they actually small?
Getting a look, they're actually small. Looks like they're covered in furs and about the size of Phineas, maybe a little smaller.
Shall we check on them?
And if they want to come over here, that's fine. They don't appear lost.
They are actually, look like if you kind of give it a moment, they seem like they are headed towards you all.
Yep. Might as well close the gap a little bit.
Yeah. as you kind of see these, it's a small pair, like maybe 2.5 feet, 3 foot tall, and covered in furs, you would spot a pair of kobolds. Paler skin than the kobolds you've seen before. Oh, hi, strangers, don't kill us, please. One of them holds up their hand.
Hello.
So many kobolds.
Yeah, it's
Well-
just us. We're only two now. We're horrible encounters out here. It's been the worst.
What you doing out here all by yourself?
Well, we got a little turned around last night in the blizzard. We were following a white dragon. Because, you know, dragons are cool and they have lots of money. We just wanted to give them praise, but they flew so fast. We couldn't catch up. Have you seen it?
Definitely not.
Don't think so.
Oh.
And I
Are
hope we
you-
don't see it.
Have we what?
I hope that we don't have to encounter it for a while.
Oh, it was just a little sliver of it you saw in the sky, and then it was gone. We were hoping to follow it, but it's gone so quick. And the other one's kind of holding a bundle of somewhat blood-covered weasel pelts. It's kind of like stuck together on a javelin.
You were just kind of hoping to, like, follow it and then hang out around it?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
that's the general idea.
Kobolds, man.
I think. And the other one kind of pops up. I think it was going to the water.
What?
The big water? I don't know, maybe. Huh. Do you know where the big water is? Like an ocean or a
East.
sea.
Yeah, like west from here?
Yep.
A little north,
Which way's that?
northwest.
I will point them in a western direction, but kind of a northwestern direction. I don't want them getting too close to
The town.
the towns.
Oh. You guys are the most helpful people we've encountered. There were these other guys. They were mean. They barked at us. It was not fun. Didn't like it
Barked
at
at you?
all. They barked, yeah, like a
You see
dog.
them.
Or a wolf. They went woof woof. And we were just like, screw that, and we ran.
Perhaps that's why they call them wolves.
Smart. Where did you encounter them?
There's no ways that way, baby. Kind of points northish.
Okay.
That was
Are you guys gonna be fine?
a couple of days ago. Yeah, we're fine. Unless you guys want to come with us to the water.
I don't think we do, but
I don't
appreciate the
think
offer.
so.
Oh.
I guess good luck to you then.
Okay. Do you have any food?
In the back.
Sure.
We'll trade you
I'll
for
give them a
some.
ration, why not?
Oh, thank you. Do you want to? He kind of picks off one of the weasel pelts from the javelin, hands it out. Here you go, trade these.
Oh, okay, thanks.
It's a frozen weasel
Yeah.
pelt.
Perfect.
Is it like so frozen that it's almost its own weapon?
Essentially, yeah, you could use it as a dagger for sure.
Nice.
Very nice. Thank you, little one.
Oh, yeah, thank you. We're so hungry. We already ate all the meat from the weasels. And, hoping to trade the furs for some more fur, but thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Do you have any more?
No.
How many kobolds? 2 of them?
There's 2 of them.
I will give them a berry and tell them, be careful.
Are there trees around here? I haven't seen a bush in a while. As he kind of holds it. His hands one to his buddy. He just kind of scarfs it up. Alright, that's one of those. It really sticks to your guts.
You should be good for now.
A little bitter. Okay. Thanks for the berries and the food.
Thanks for the information.
Okay, bye.
Okay.
And they both just wave.
Bye.
Well, the one just waves at you. While the other one just kind of like lifts up the javelin with the furs. As you would imagine that javelin with all of those furs on it probably weighs like 25 pounds more than this kobold.
Mm.
As he's doing his best to carry it. And they trudge off in a northeastern direction, the way or east
East
by
with
north.
a little bit of north.
Yeah. They will follow the direction you pointed.
Maybe we should have told them about that mine and the other kobolds in case they lose interest in their journey.
They're on a mission.
They seem to be enjoying themselves.
Doesn't take much to keep a kobold entertained, apparently.
You live out here in the tundra for a while and see what interests you. Well, we have about. They said they ran into the people.
It was like two
about a little
days
over
ago.
a day ago.
Yeah, but they've been kind of wandering lost, so they don't really know.
Fair, but that's promising.
It's more information than we've had before, so.
They're in the
Yes.
general area. The problem is they're likely moving as well.
But they're hunting. And with those kobolds going in the other direction, we are the most likely prey in the area.
True. Our tracks are on the wrong side.
Not if they were following those kobolds. They might have been waiting for the right opportunity. And our numbers provide a better meal than those two would.
If they're eating humans, likely also eating each other, they will probably eat anything they can. But kobold would be pretty
Yeah.
low on my list.
They're pretty scrawny.
Not much meat on their bones. And they don't have much on them to steal either.
No, but a scrawny meal is better than your friend as a meal.
That depends on your mindset.
If they let the kobolds go, perhaps there's hope for them yet.
Maybe.
Kobolds did say that there's only 2 of them
We
now
can find out.
because of that. But getting back on the sleds, who's leading this journey? In like a directional way. Which who's gonna roll a survival check?
I can roll it or I can help with it. It does not make a difference to me.
I'm happy to roll it.
I'll say if you want, Alara and Severage, you guys can, one of you can roll with advantage, or you can both roll separately. We'll say you guys are riding on the same sled.
Roll with advantage.
Yeah, Alara, roll with
Advantage.
advantage. All right, with a 16, the little bit of light coming from the sky quickly vanishes as you spend about 6 more hours along the tundra, taking breaks as necessary. And as you kind of pass by the top of one of these large snow drifts, you can see ahead of you in the darkness, splayed across the tundra, campsite, more than a dozen tents arranged in 2 concentric rings. Larger tents clustered near the middle. And between several of the tents are burning small campfires. The air around the area starts to smell of cooked meat, and you can hear the occasional barking and howling of dogs. Off to one side, outside the perimeter of the tents, you can see several empty sleds clustered together. You can even notice hulking figures dressed in thick hides and holding spears patrolling the camp perimeter. Seem to be looking outward for signs of danger in the darkness. You do see other figures gathered around some of the fires or moving among the tents. It would seem you have found a camp of sorts.
There's sleds, but no dogs, right?
You don't see any dogs, no. I'd say this is a couple 100 yards away as well at the moment. Like it's like, or maybe like 100 yards away at the moment in the darkness. You can see them only because of the camp light or the firelight.
They're eating people. It's likely they've eaten the dogs. They certainly would have stopped feeding them.
This is
Well.
assuming that this is the group that have been.
That other
broken.
lady did say that they would be moving slower because they ate their dogs already.
Mm. So, are we going in friendly? We're going to try and talk first, or
We found them. Now what?
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't think of this.
Well, either way, we're going to have to get close to confirm if they're eating people. I would imagine it wouldn't be hard to see what kind of carcasses are lying around.
Makes sense.
If you're hungry enough to eat people, you're going to be sloppy about it. So there should be evidence laying out and about. Shall we try and approach?
Yes.
How are you
So there's
approaching?
2 rings of tents.
Yep. Larger tents in
Mm.
the center.
Sure. And we noticed
There's
guards.
well over a dozen campfires in the space. In between several of the tents. There's pockets of darkness within, but it is pretty well lit. And you would notice a handful of humans, tribesmen, walking the perimeter. So yes, guards.
Do not know anyone here. Do not familiar with. I mean, I don't know if I do until we meet them. I have no known. I don't know anybody who's part of the Wolf Clan, Wolf Tribe. At least not that they told me.
No. I'd say the wolf tribe is. I would
And it
say
sounds
what
like this
what
is
you
a splinter of the Wolf Tribe.
what you would know of the wolf tribe is they are kind of what Andres told you is they're disorganized. They have no king. Or queen.
They're barely hanging on.
Yeah. But they also tend to be aggressive hunters.
They have chosen to die slowly rather than be absorbed by another tribe.
Which has happened for many tribes throughout history. Because there used to be more than 4. Now there are just 4.
Or at least this group of them has chosen to die as Wolf Clan rather than live as something else. Which,
They're prideful.
fair.
What to do?
It also means they've accepted death.
So I have nothing to lose.
So
Which
we probably
makes
won't
them
have much luck
dangerous.
talking.
And we don't have anything to trade.
Nope.
Do not.
Like, we can't offer them anything. We're definitely going in.
I am.
I just don't know how this is going to play out.
I'll probably die.
We could always leave.
If they're eating people, it's only a matter of time before they become a real problem
Mm-hmm.
or eat the wrong person.
And even if we die on this endeavor, if we can take a few of them down by us, but with us, it will
Well, they're
decrease.
probably quite malnourished, so
Mm.
there is that.
Could always try to lure them into a trap. Might have to sacrifice a dog.
Oh,
Guess we might be able to lure the sentries out with a dog and see what they want to see if we can get any information. But I don't think the dog trick's going to work on the camp as a whole.
Mm.
Bet they'd chase a cat.
That they could. Where shall we have them chase the cat for the trap?
Just far enough out of sight so we can talk to them. The old ambush and interrogate.
How many shall I lure out?
That is going to be up to them.
Definitely not all of them. Please.
Well, if it's all of
All
them,
right.
then they chase the cat and we get the camp.
here.
Mm.
All right, I will shift into Bakara and run into camp
There
and
are no
see if I
trees.
can find someone.
You can easily spot someone walking the perimeter.
Okay, being a cat, I'm gonna run up and bite the back of their ankle and like claw at their leg.
Are you attempting
know that
Are you
thing that
attempting to
cat-
sneak up to them?
I want to get their attention, like kind of like go do that cat thing where they run up and like bite the back of your ankle and then just frickin' take off
So you're trying to
in the another
approach.
direction.
You're trying to approach stealthily, though, right?
Yeah, to
Okay.
like kind of do like a sneak attack and then run off.
Give me a stealth check.
As Bakara's stats or mine?
As Bakara.
Okay, hold on. That would be Dex, right?
Yeah. All right. With a 12, Bakara sneaks up. Give me a bite attack at advantage, or whatever her attack is called. Otherworldly scratch.
Jeez, I mean, it sounds like it's gonna hurt.
Where is it?
Just try to get its attention and you kill the man.
Oh, there it is.
Right. You do have advantage, so if you want to roll again to see if...
I get a nat 20.
You never know.
Let's see if you one-shot this poor individual.
Let's see it. Close. A 24 will hit. Roll me some damage. As he takes 5 points of psychic damage. He growls and barks down towards Bakara. Roll me a d20. I'm going to roll one as well. As we're essentially rolling initiative for a brief moment. Alright, you do beat him. Is Bakara disengaging to try to avoid being outright murdered?
Yes.
Alright.
I'm going to disengage and then run back towards the group.
As you run away, you guys, he would kind of grab a torch and howl a little bit and go running off into the darkness following. Does Severage or Phineas have any light source, out of curiosity?
Not at the moment. The camp itself was lit enough, so that provided enough vision, but it is not lit at the moment.
All right.
I don't know about Phineas's crystal. Says yes, but stowed.
Okay. Well, you guys would see, I'd say Bakara gets away and you would see this ragged tribesman running out with a torch lit, running towards you all. Spear in one hand, torch in another.
I'm gonna keep watching, make sure he's the only one running out here.
Give me a perception check.
Perception.
All right, with a 20. Roll me a d6.
Don't have a key for that. 5.
All right. Nope, he is the only one running out. As he rushes out towards you guys, he does attempt to throw his spear at disadvantage at Bakara. Getting a 13 to hit.
Yes, that hits.
Okay. Bakar takes 2 points of piercing damage.
All right.
But keeps running, and he'll have to go retrieve his spear as he picks it up and starts searching the tundra for Bakar. It kind of looks like he's slowly picking up the tracks. And as he starts to get closer and closer, looking like a wolf on the prowl, getting not quite down on all fours, kind of sniffing around, growling, getting to about maybe 50 or so feet away from you guys in the darkness. I want everyone to give me a stealth check.
Uh-oh.
All right. Starts running towards you guys, howling wildly into the night. Looks like, and you can kind of see the look of bloodlust on his face. He's almost drooling. What do you guys do? Seems like he's still following Bakara. Or do you just wait for him to approach?
I guess you just wait for him to approach.
I would say
Cast
Severage.
long stride on myself.
You can. I would say Severage, as you see this, you would see a commotion happen in the camp.
Yeah, I was afraid of that.
A couple run out into the darkness with their own torches following his torchlight. What are you guys doing?
Getting ready for a fight.
Phineas is waiting until he gets within range, it looks like.
To do I'm not paying attention to Jesus
Discord?
Christ. Yeah, I'm not gonna read that. But thank you for telling me. I appreciate that.
Waiting for him to get within 30 feet.
He will get within 40 feet, and we're gonna roll initiative.
I am
Because that's when he can see you.
fair.
They can see in the dark. Interesting.
Yeah,
He has a
his
torch.
torchlight reaches 40
yeah, that's
feet.
fair, actually.
Yep.
30. Oh.
You guys would just be kind of right at the edge of his torchlight. I know you're saying something, Phineas, but we can't hear you. Who are we missing on initiative here? Tia.
Yeah, sorry, my Discord, or not my Discord, my Roll20 was acting up. I had to
You're good.
exit out and get back.
But it might be safe to say that Severage is going first.
Yeah, probably.
Just barely.
He has a torch.
He has a torch in one hand. All right. Torch in one hand and a spear in the other. Severage, what are you doing?
And there are more people coming out of the cave.
It would seem a handful of people are exiting the camp in your direction as well.
Mm, 40 feet. I can do that.
It's about 100 yards away from the camp.
That's too far to do anything fun that way, but... Right, I'm going to sprint at this guy
Okay.
and attempt to tackle him, basically.
Okay. Give me Wait, no, he just makes a saving throw.
Yeah. Ugh.
As you lunge at him, you got a 6
Oh, hey, it is gonna work.
as you tackle this guy.
I'm trying to put the torch out in the snow.
Okay. I'll say with your you have him tackled. Or if you want to try to disarm him, that would be maybe not tackle, that would be just the like
I don't know, I mean, he's laying in the snow. Is he like? Yeah.
give me
Like logic doesn't really apply anymore because it's a game.
yeah, so I would say it would dim automatically from being in the snow.
That's fine. Like I'm trying to make it harder for the rest of the people to find us.
Gotcha.
So if it takes 2, it takes 2. But
I'll say it dims. And anything else for Sev?
I don't have anything. I could do that with a. Ooh, I can do that with my bonus action. Maybe that's kind of cheeky.
What's
I
that?
could. I have a snowball ability.
Okay.
Can I hit the torch with the snowball and put it
Absolutely.
out?
Give me whatever snowball attack. We'll say DC 10.
How about a natural 1?
Do you have
will-
inspiration right
I
now?
will re-roll it. It's a new day.
It's a new day. All right. As you tackle him, his torch falls to the ground and starts dimming. You immediately just kind of shoot a snowball as it snuffs out. That'll take us to Tia.
Hold on 1 second.
It is dark.
Sorry, just looking in my to see if I have any rope on me. My computer's just being slow.
You do have rope.
Awesome. I just got to it. I will go over to where Severage is. I'll dash because yeah, and then I will use my rope to tie up the guy.
All right, he is currently just kind of knocked down on the ground. Give me a sleight of hand check.
All right.
I'll give you advantage on it. Why not?
Oh, that would not helpful at all.
As he is struggling, you unfortunately don't get the ropes on him in this moment in time.
All right, I'll end my turn there.
All right, that will take us to an invisible Alara, as she just disappears from sight for everybody.
Okay. We're trying to tie the guy up. And I've got
We don't
45
need
feet.
him necessarily.
Well, we want some information, don't we?
There's 2 other people coming at us.
The handful.
Mm,
You would see the torches in the distance. It's like 300 feet away, so like 100 yards away. Other side of a football field, running in your general vicinity. Say you would note 7 torchlights.
7.
Yep.
And they're coming in our direction.
Yes. Towards the sound of this guy howling. And barking.
Let's kill him.
Is that what Alara's doing? Gonna kill him?
I'm gonna try.
Alright.
I'm sorry. If we kill him now, that's one less person to fight.
True.
We just need one. Doesn't have to be this one.
Bonus action, Hunter's Mark onto him.
Okay.
And I'll take out my short sword and try and stab him.
You have advantage because he is prone.
I'll do another one.
Alright, a 14 will hit him. He doesn't have a shield or anything. Wearing hide armor. As he's howling and barking at you, you just kind of drive your short sword into his chest as he goes quiet and the snow around him turns red. With a... We'll hop out of initiative here. But you do have a small pack of Reged hunters leaving their light camp, running towards your direction in the dark. But we'll take our little 5-10 minute break there and pick up at about 40 after, with hopefully you guys have a plan for what you're gonna do, as it seems like the camp has been alerted to some presence with some guards coming to check on you.
Okay, see
But
you in
yeah,
a few.
we'll be back in a minute, folks. Alrighty, folks, we are back into it, and last we left off, our troop had heard about some Reged cannibals who have started to prey upon the 10 towns. Going out in search of them, they eventually found them, well, found a camp of howling wolf-like Reged tribe. Attempting to lure one of them out, they did so, but this seemed to have brought the attention of more, killing the first individual about 100 yards away where the larger camp is. You would see 7 individuals kind of in pairs almost start searching the area and kind of running out towards you with this kind of bloodlust. And that's where we're going to pick up. You guys are... Is the right one? No. No, not that one. Yeah, we'll keep it the Go-Go-Ghoul. Actually... I'm subdued Darkling. What are you guys doing? You see torchlights coming towards you all in the darkness, and you guys are in the dark.
How far away is Andros is from me?
No, he's like 15 feet. Why not? You guys are still together. You do have 6 sled dogs as well to deal with. Not too far away from where you're standing.
Right.
No, I put that in the Discord. We parked the sled dogs further away.
Yeah, but we didn't get as close as we wanted to.
Yeah, this is about when you guys started to see it. That's where you parked the sled dogs. 100,
So we
100
slip
yards
back.
away.
Further into the shadow and park the dogs further away. Quickly. Possible.
Okay, how are you... Are you attempting to cover your tracks? Because it is snow, and tracks are pretty easy in the snow unless it's currently snowing. Which it is not.
I can gust the footprints behind us. Cover it with more to flow snow.
Alright, so this will be a stealth check for everyone trying to cover your tracks and get away from this area where the one Reged lies dead. So everyone give me a stealth check, trying to cover your tracks, trying to slink away into the night.
I just want to slip away to a place where I can still see what's going. Well, I can still follow their torchlight.
Okay.
14.
Another
I can't
4.
I can't see unless they are there.
Does
but-
heavy armor apply to covering tracks?
I would say no, not in this instance. I'll keep your 12.
Yes.
Alright, as you all start to cover your tracks and slink away, maybe separating a little bit, because Sev, you said you wanted to kind of keep an eye on them. You all take the sled dogs to what you feel is a safe distance. And Sev, as you watch, you would see a couple of them approach the area where the dead nomad lies. Looking down on the corpse, you might even see one of them smile. But then kind of hold his torch out and looking out into the distance, trying his best to spy what they spy. One of them takes the body and starts dragging it back to camp, while the other one makes a series of barks as a couple more come to join him.
Are they looking around?
They are absolutely still on the hunt. There's only 6 of them now, as one of them is dragging the body back to camp. What are you guys doing?
Surprise attack?
I'm staying very still.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna try and stay still too. Phineas said he'll stay still until spotted. And then when he's spotted, he'll hold on 1 second.
He'll rush forward. He wants to make
Yeah,
sure
rush forward.
wants to make sure the engagement is as far away from the dogs as possible. He has to meet them halfway.
I would say it seems at the moment you are not getting discovered, but there are people out. So any further stealth checks will be a little higher DC. As they're not just idly looking out, they are actively looking out.
They grouped up where this guy died.
There's a trio of them that are kind of starting to search the immediate area for tracks.
I staying still.
but I notch an arrow, more or less looking at the others, waiting.
Yep, kind of in the same boat.
See.
If anybody separates from their group.
I would say they're both in.
Yeah.
There's two sets of trios that are kind of searching the south of the camp where you guys approached it. They are not. They're not separating.
I'm gonna have to bite the bullet.
They kind of just start patrolling around the area aggressively. Looking at the ground for any sign of tracks or what have you.
I'd like to try and move, like, so I'm thinking that I'm close to the others at the moment. I want to try and move away from them a little bit.
Okay.
And once I'm, let's say, once I'm at least 30 feet away, I'll loose an arrow at one of them.
Okay. Give me an attack. I'm gonna. It is. Do you have a longbow?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me an attack roll.
Shit.
That is going to be a miss.
No advantage because she's invisible and all that.
Yes, advantage because you're invisible. I was trying to calculate distance too. It's 150. So that'll hit. I'm not gonna remember all your things. So thank you, Andres, for keeping us honest. Doing 6 points of damage. They kind of hits him in the shoulder as all three of them kind of look in your direction. One of them points out. They don't see you, obviously, but judging by the way the arrow hit, they do start aggressively running towards your direction.
So, if that group has headed in the correct direction, I would also like to take a shot at someone in that group.
Okay, give me a shot.
I'm not going anywhere, so I'll make sure I have it, and I'll steady aim and take a shot.
That will also hit. As one of them goes down, we're gonna go back to initiative. I'll bring you guys back to this map. I don't know what you guys are doing.
We're just gonna talk them to death.
I don't know what our other option was.
Just gonna ping off a couple of them.
honestly.
Yeah.
All right, Alara, you are up first. As they start running towards your
They have
direction
torches.
first. They do have torches, yes.
Can you give them torches
I'm
on the
giving
map?
them torches. There you go.
It's no fun looking at a black screen.
No, I know.
Yeah. Okay, so they're close to each other. Okay, so what I am going to do, I'm going to use my. Sorry, let me just have a wee look. I'm going to use my bonus action to cast Hail of Thorns.
Okay.
on my next arrow, and I am gonna try and hit this one.
Go for it.
Is it? Am I still invisible to them, or?
You're still invisible.
Stalker.
That will hit.
Hey.
Okay. And d20. And I'll add the Hail of Thorns.
The other one needs to make a dex save. As the other one will take 3 points of piercing damage. As the first one, the arrow kind of explodes and blood goes spraying into the ground there.
And I just move a little bit further back here.
Okay. Into the darkness. That will take us to Sev.
We'll bonus action aim and take a shot at the other one.
All right. As you've killed more warriors.
Nice. Damn.
But as they let out more howls, it would seem like more people are coming out of the camp now, too.
We're fine.
That's to be expected.
We're fine.
And they're coming in your direction once again, where you put the dogs. Maybe 50 yards further. So now 150 yards away from this camp, you would see a couple dozen torches exit the camp towards you. What are you guys doing? Are you just waiting for him?
I would like to
I see. This is a lot more I can probably take care of. I think we pull back a little bit, maybe.
Wait.
Seems like they've emptied the camp. If we can take a big loop, we might be able to get in behind them.
But what's in the camp that we want?
Don't know.
Fair.
Won't know till we're in there.
Maybe the opportunity to pick them off one by one.
Head of the snake, or in this case, the wolf.
Which I would say, dictating the way the camp is set up, any leadership
in the middle?
would be in the center, yeah.
Big tent in the middle.
Yeah.
I'd like to take a white in the camp. All the bonfires
what
and
about
stuff
our
in the
dogs?
camp are still there.
Yes, there's still a bunch of bonfires throughout the camp, but they are fastly and quickly approaching your position at the moment.
I would like to take a loop and try to circle around, so retreat to come out in from a different angle.
Is the group doing this or just Severage?
I can't control what the group does, so that is on them.
That's why I was asking.
I mean, there's a good chance I'll give away anyone's position.
So you just
He
wait. You
would
just
stick with honor us.
are you guys just waiting then?
I think we would try to move positions and wait again.
Yeah, we can back up slightly. We'll use an emboldening bond on Tia and myself. So, perfect.
The only person I can see is Bakara, so.
More than I can see.
Yeah, I know.
It gets
I'm gonna take a loop and head into the camp. It's see what I can suss out.
Sev, give me a stealth check.
Oh, sorry.
You're good. Well, everyone else is staying with the dogs.
Well, they're a bit back, I think, right?
You guys are all 150 yards, including the dogs. This is where you guys went with the dogs. Well,
We try to move
Sev
more off
sneaks
to
off
this-
on his own into the camp.
Sure.
I say that we just, take the sled dogs and just go dive right in the middle of the camp. If everybody's gone, we can get right in.
Okay. Loop right.
Very
with
well.
the sled dogs.
So you guys mount up on the sled dogs and start to head into camp.
In a loop.
Okay. Is Sev going in ahead of them, or is he joining them on the sleds?
Nope, I never went that however far back they went, so I'm just going from,
Okay.
like, I probably only went like 15 or 20 feet from the first body, so
So you
I'm
guys
probably at an angle, less of a back and more of an angle.
Fair enough. You guys would note that there are,
I can't.
or you would see Sev.
So my ideas are just throw them up there.
Well, your idea is what?
I said I can't see the map, so I'm just throwing stuff
There
out there.
is no map. This is all. There's a camp. You guys are 150 yards away. There's torches coming to your current position, a couple dozen. Sev is running north around the camp, and you guys are like, we'll go north around the camp. I would say you guys would see Severage on your way. Are you picking Severage up, or is Sev sneaking off on his own?
I'm good to go. Like,
Does he want to be picked up?
Does Sev want to be picked up exactly?
not particularly.
Okay.
We'll keep going then.
Like,
Are we moving
If we
faster
see
than
him.
him?
Are you
I had a
moving
head
what?
start. Yeah, how fast do the dogs go?
I would say it's about the same.
And I had a head start.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just keep on going.
Would I hear all this happening?
Absolutely.
Okay.
If you want to, or you can just stay in the darkness away from everything if you want. Or you can go on in on the dog sleds too. You would definitely hear the dogs moving.
I guess I dash after them.
Okay. Would you hop on a sled as well? Because they are going to be moving faster than you.
I'll try to.
Okay.
There's room for mine.
And just don't get hit by a sled because they can't see you.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I am solely relying on Pinecone here. Can't see a thing.
Essentially, yeah.
Heading in the right direction. You're right.
Well, you can see the camp because there's all the campfires. So the same thing
we
with
sort of like take you in the middle of the other two sleds.
we can't see the immediate area, but we can see where we're going and we can see where the
Right.
tribesmen are because they're carrying light sources. So
Let me come in here. Try and get this set up real quick. This is a big map. I did not know how you guys were going to approach. But now I do.
Roundabout way.
Yes. As we're heading into camp, Sev, you are stealthing still, kind of along the side, as it does not seem empty by any means as you start to approach. There's tents all throughout. I'm just going to bring you guys to a map as you kind of all approach at the same time. It would be easiest to roll initiative here. Just to have an order of operations thing going on.
So many dogs.
Those are your dogs.
Rolled pretty good that time.
Use this.
So, Alara on the sled up here. What are you doing? You still just riding on in?
Yep. I guess I ready an attack. Well, I mean, I can already see a warrior.
Ooh,
Yeah, you would see a guy looking out like, woo! Looking at you guys. It looks like he's got a spear pointed towards you. As well as one kind of
Yeah,
over by some lumber.
There. We just barge in.
Hmm. Sorry, I know I'm holding up the game.
No, you're good.
I hold my action. I'm just riding on him.
Just still riding on in?
Yeah. I mean, if anything, we can serve as a distraction while Sev sneaks in.
Alright. Alara rides on in. As a couple of people would start to take notice and start running in your direction. Throwing some spears at Alara.
I'm with Alara.
I thought you can be.
Are we on the same sled?
I
Did
thought
she
we
jump
had
onto my
two
sled?
sleds
You have three
and three dogs
sleds.
on each sled.
You have
We have
three
sleds
three
with two
sleds and
dogs.
2 dogs on each.
Makes sense that Laura would jump on your sled so someone can see.
Fair enough. Then they're gonna take point at throw a spear at Phineas, and one's gonna throw a spear at Alara. Phineas got a 15 to hit.
Yeah, they hit.
As Phineas, you take 5 points of piercing damage. As they start barking at you guys, Alara would take 3 points of piercing damage. What's that, Phineas?
We have the full Blessing of the Morning Lord.
Yeah, you
right
guys
now.
have gotten your rest, everything, yeah.
Nice.
You guys are coming to this encounter
can't
at
see.
full.
I can't see.
I know. All right.
So I got 5 temp people left.
That will take us to Severage, as a couple kind of like rush towards the area here.
Five, 6, 7, 8. Also, I'm gonna keep running against the grain, and just because I'm here, I'm gonna check this hut, tent, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. Roll me a D10.
D10 Quattro.
As you peek inside, there is what looks to be a 3 huddled together children covered in blood, like they've on their mouths.
Ugh.
Like
Fuck.
they were hungry, but they're half asleep, is what it seems. One of them kind of groggy eyed looks up at you.
I will immediately. Nope, I'm out. We'll dash. I don't have good sight line.
They do their best to bark like a wolf, but it just sounds like a puppy.
That's 5. I don't see anybody.
Most of the southern side of the camp those are the guards that got cleared out.
I'm gonna get to here and kind of hide, just tuck behind that edge a little bit.
Okay.
And then I guess I can bonus action hide. I guess I could bonus action dash and just get in. But then I'm stuck there if something happens. No, I'm gonna hide.
Okay. Give me a stealth check. You feel pretty well hidden at the moment. I will take us
I
to
guess-
Tia.
Do I need to? Could I perceive and like to try to identify which tent is which? And there's that an instead. Or
Give me a insight check.
There it is. Oh, hey, I'll take my inspiration back.
You get inspiration, but you cannot identify which of these tents would be that
The leader tent.
The leader tent.
All right, well, good thing I'm fast.
But
That is my turn.
that will take us to Tia. Tia just riding. Essentially, the sled can take up your movement.
Yeah, I think I would just follow Phineas and Alara so that we all kind of stay together.
Okay.
And I would ready an Eldritch Blast for the first person that makes an attack on any of.
Well, they've already thrown
the group.
spears.
Oh, have they?
Yeah,
That seal's been
absolutely.
broken.
All right, then I'm gonna hit the guy off to the west.
Okay. The one down here. Oh wait, which?
Yes.
Oh, the guy up here.
But I can't see that guy that you just clicked on.
Okay,
The one that's down below. Yeah.
gotcha.
Hold on one second. There we go.
14 will hit.
All right, I am gonna push him back too.
Okay. As he gets pushed back 10 feet with
gently
for
push
one
him.
1 point of damage. Anything else for
I
Tia?
just hit below his feet and he gets sent back.
Yeah.
No, I'll end my turn there.
That will take us to Andres.
I don't want to have all our sled dogs in the same spot. That's risk for disaster. Could I possibly get off the sled and have the dogs just run away a bit You know,
They-
like you would
they-
smack a horse on the back and just go.
They aren't quite like that. I'll
Damn
say it would use your action, and it would be an animal handling check. They know how
No,
to
that
they know
sounds
how
bad. I
they
do
know how
not
to
wanna do that.
mush, and they know how to stop. They know
Okay, I guess I'll-
whoa, and they know go.
Okay, I guess I'll stop him right there and just walk in then.
Okay.
That'll have to do. And then I'll cast a second level bless on everyone I can see. Because I don't know where Severage is. No.
That's fine.
Yep, second level bless.
Yeah, you guys can remember. I'm not going to put tokens on it. That's... Then I can't see who's who. Everyone but Sev is blessed. As this kind of light fills your life. Anything else for Andres?
Nope. Nope, got no bonus actions.
Alright. As from out of one of these huts, Severage, you would see a very fur-covered individual with layers of fur, well, but seems to be covered in blood and bones more so than any you've seen before. Letting out a furious howl. They are going to cast a spell. As their skin gets covered with these kind of bone-like bark. As they cast Bark Skin. The new version.
It would improve.
Giving them some temporary hit points.
Hit points.
While another one dressed in similar manner also comes out, holding two spears, or actually holding a spear and a shield, rushes out and leaps over their friends, rushing towards the group here, just kind of growling in the face of Phineas and the wolves, or the dogs. But this is also where all of these guys get to act. As more of these fur-covered individuals start rushing towards your position. And they are going to first attack... Let's see, do these guys have it? They do. They are going to attack the dogs on Phineas's sled.
Fresh meat.
Yep. Well, mostly transportation for this bird person. And Drow. But that is 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 of them are going against the southern dog. Oddly enough. Getting the same exact rolls and missing. All of them with advantage. Only one of them hit one of these dogs for 5 points of damage. As spears are getting chucked towards them. The front dog, we'll say Pinecone 2 gets hit with a spear. Your whimper. Which will take us to Alara.
Okay.
Still on the sled.
Yeah. I'm going to cast what's he? Can't remember the name of it now. Hail of Thorns again. And I am aiming for this fella.
Alright, the guy right in the middle of all those. I gotcha.
Mhm. Come on. Normal. And I got bless.
With
Yes.
bless, everybody's blessed except for Severage, who's hidden.
Okay. Longbow attack.
22 will absolutely
Is this
hit that
already-
guy.
Back to the top. Are we back to the
And
we
I'm gonna
are. We
use-
are. Wait, hang on, Alara.
Phineas is not in initiative.
And this is not an initiative.
Ah,
I had a 14.
I do see it.
We'll let Alara take her shot because she already rolled the shot. Alara, roll some damage real quick.
okay. Hell of
And
Thorns.
I'll give you a turn. As that person takes 6 points of damage. And they have to make dex saves. And what is the DC? 13.
13.
As only 2 of them made it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oddly enough, the guy who got hit makes it. But is hurt very, very badly.
Mm-hmm.
The other 2 around do take some damage from that as well.
Wait, wouldn't the shaman also?
Yes, I did roll for them. They failed.
Okay. Yep, sorry. Yeah, because 2 of them stacked. Sorry, never mind.
Taking away their temporary hit points. Is Alara going to do any movement?
You just
I
the
am.
dog, so-
I'm gonna try and
Hop off the sled.
move. Yeah, hop off the sled and move back up to here.
All right. Phineas, what you doing? I'm sorry, man.
All good. So what are the people that we duped and went around? Are they? Did we lose them?
They're
or are
still
they
out to the
all
south.
lost?
You guys went around to the north. They're currently your sled and Tia's sled are about to get surrounded. There's a hulking warrior with a shield and spear attacking, about like roaring at your sled.
Honestly, that fireball would have gotten really great right now.
Yep.
Alright, so I wanted to leave the sled, but now I can't leave the sled. Is there a way to navigate the sled in a way to get it more a little bit out of harm's way? Or no?
It would
ditch it
be.
to the curb
It would
and
risk
hop
attacks
out?
of opportunity.
Yeah, let's somebody.
I couldn't hear what you said. You got robot-y on us.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's move the sled. On the way, I'll firebolt somebody.
Are you trying to move it further in camp, or are you trying to, like, it... Because they don't really have a reverse. You'd have to kind of do
Try
some
and get-
fancy maneuvering.
Like pull it off, like pull off to the side and get it. Or is this kind of like in a wide
Near this
open
way?
space?
You're
Go
in the
behind.
middle of the camp, essentially.
So can I pull like next to a building and ditch it by a building?
You can pull next to
Or a tent?
to a tent, yeah. It will make an attack of
Yeah,
opportunity.
I'll pull next to that. Yeah, and on the way I'll firebolt.
He will, the one who's here will kind of stab out at you with a spear. Getting a natural 1 though, luckily. As
Oh, they have
you
inspiration.
Yeah.
They're not heroes.
As the wolves, the sled dogs go off to
True.
to the side of one of these buildings. But now you're even kind of more surrounded, as your allies are either behind you, and you don't see Severage inside the camp.
Alright, and that's all my movement right there.
That would be all of your movement. You can dash if you want to fly up. You can. But there are a good like eight people around you.
He's gonna firebolt.
Firebolt on your way, yeah.
I was a firebolt. Yeah.
What are you firebolting? There's so many targets. The big hulking warrior. There's someone who looks to be a caster in the back, and there's about 9 other Reged warriors around.
I'll hit the caster in the back.
Okay, give me a firebolt. What's your bonus?
17.
17 will hit, just barely. They will take 4 points of fire damage. As this arc of fire, and you're still kind of on the sled, but there's still danger all about. You are essentially surrounded.
You know what? No, I will cast Expeditious Retreat and fly up.
Okay.
Nice.
Bonus action dip.
Yep.
Yep, that'll be me.
With that, seeing you cast fire, a few of them are going to kind of take shots at you, or throw spears at you.
Okay.
Getting an 18, a 13, and a 10 to hit.
Are those disadvantaged
shield
because he's so far away?
He only flies 30 feet up.
But doubled with the Expeditious Retreat, right?
No,
No,
that
it
was
lets
all
him
my
dash.
It
movement.
lets you
bonus
dash
action.
as a bonus.
That makes sense.
Yep.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'll shield, and just the 18 will hit.
Okay. As you take 3 points of damage. The others here, seeing that mode of transportation has been cut off, these two guys are going to... One's going to run up to Tia and stab out with their spear. Getting a 17 to hit.
Yeah, that definitely hit.
As you take 2 points of piercing damage. While the other is going to launch a spear at you, Tia, as well. Getting a 22 to hit. As you take 3...
That also hit.
As you take 3 more points of piercing damage. Make sure I'm not forgetting any of these guys. That will take us to Severage.
I want to check this place out, but like, what am I looking for? Hey. Caster came out of that. The shaman guy looks a little preoccupied.
He does.
Can I take a shot at the shaman from my hidden position?
Absolutely.
Huzzah!
A 20 will hit.
Chew.
For 17 points of piercing damage. As you shoot him right in the back, he kind of stumbles forward a little bit, kind of grabbing onto the side of the tent next to him, that gray tent, and kind of looks around, coughing up blood. He is very badly hurt.
And I would like to move into this tent.
Okay. Roll me a d10.
D10. 3.
Double check something. Five. Okay. In this tent, as I accidentally threw an extra light over there for some reason, you would see a couple of slumbering and now awake Reged.
I'll just move back. Just run. Let's see, it was there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm just gonna go back around that corner where
Okay.
I once was.
That will take us. Anything else we
Actually,
said?
you know what? I'm just gonna bonus action dash
Okay.
and run to the other side of this tent.
Fair enough. Still seeing torches to the south. But the shaman is definitely following your eye, your area where you're headed.
Yeah.
Which will take us to surprise guest number 1. Number 2? 3? I don't know how many surprise guests this is. As a booming voice calls out. Who awakens? Isar Kronenstrom slumber. The king of all wolf. As a massive human, you would think he's probably got orc or Goliath blood in him. Aside from the large, kind of pointed beard, like mutton chop beard kind of thing going on. And just covered in bloody and tattered furs. With 2 wolf heads at his shoulder and a third wolf skull atop his head. An intimidating presence for sure. It's gonna follow the sight of, well, actually he probably won't follow the sight. He'll probably follow the sound of a battle. As he is wielding 2... Actually, he's gonna... Huh. He would have a sickle in one hand and a heavy crossbow in the other. As he rushes around the tents here, joining his comrades. The rest of you would see this individual as he is going to shoot at random. He is going to shoot at Phineas. Unfortunately. Just kind of assessing the situation. Takes a big shot with his crossbow at Phineas. Getting a 2 to hit.
Dive. I can swoop out of the way.
Actually, he got an 8, but he rolled a 2. As this hulking man, not very proficient with crossbows maybe, goes so wide.
He did try to one-hand a two-handed crossbow.
He did, and he just chucks it off to the side. Which will take us to Tia.
Weird.
As this is the chief of this camp.
In quotes.
What's a Tia do?
Eldritch Blaze.
Most likely.
Where's the big guy? Can I see him?
He is this guy
I don't think
here.
I can.
You absolutely can.
Okay. I want to hit him.
They don't have good
with
art for him.
Psychic Whispers.
Okay. Is that a wisdom save?
Hold on 1 second.
It is. He got a 5. He's going to re-roll that because he doesn't like it. Instead, getting a 17. As you see him twinge for a moment, and he just grits his teeth as blood starts to come out of his mouth. As he will choose to re-roll that. But he will take half of that damage. Doesn't quite have legendary resistance. He has something else.
Indomitable.
Exactly.
All right, I will end that there then.
All right. And we'll take us to Phineas. As you're 30 feet up, you see a few of these Reged below chucking spears at you. Your sled about to be overtaken below as well. What are you doing?
I'll use my bonus action and movement to go 60 feet up. And on the way, I point the wand of the war mage at the big guy.
Okay.
And I whisper, haven't you wanted to be chief? And I want to cast Crown of Madness on him.
Oh, he is chief.
No, not the other big guy. The one.
Medium guy.
The medium big guy. The guy that was. Where is he? The Great Warrior.
A large guy, not the extra
The
large
large guy, not the extra large guy. Yeah, they just get bigger, huge. Okay. The Great Warrior.
Makes a wisdom save.
Got an 8.
Ooh, that's not a 14.
That is not a 14. Does it use your...
That's my action. I had to maintain it.
Yep. And it uses your action to maintain it, and then it just... As a jagged crown of iron appears on its head, it will... Has to use its action before.
Must use its action before moving on each of its turns to make a melee attack against a creature other than itself you mentally choose.
Yep. So what are you... I'm assuming you're choosing the guy who called out his own name.
Somebody around him. I can't see the map. Somebody around him that's bad.
There is no one in his melee area.
Oh, not yet?
No, so he'll have to move regardless on his turn. So who do you want to move to? A normie, the shaman, or the chief?
Let's have him start heading toward the chief.
Okay. He will do so on his turn. As Phineas is now 60 feet up. It will take us to Andres.
90 feet up.
90 feet up.
It was 30. He moved another 60.
Fair enough.
This one right next to Tia is hurt, right? She's been hit before.
No, she has not.
Has not. Damn.
These ones down here have been hurt by numerous things.
Okay, I thought someone got Eldritch Blast.
That was this guy.
That guy.
That's why he's the furthest back.
Fair enough. I'll cast some Toll the Dead on him.
Okay. Gonna make a wisdom save.
Oops. I thought that. But yeah, it's a wisdom save. DC 13.
Got an 18, unfortunately.
Yeah, okay. And I'll move back somewhat.
All right, moving back to the fire. It will take us
Well,
to
maybe let's go get it.
all of these other guys and the shaman. We get some temporary hit points back as their skin regrows. They are going to... I can't reach you. Boy, what are they going to do? Yeah, they're just going to cast Produce Flame and rush over, kind of picking up some of the fire from the pit here, and rush over to Severage, and are going to launch some fire towards him. Getting a nat 20 to hit.
I mean, sure. Rude.
As you take 12 points of fire damage. As they are just barking and kind of chanting throughout their barks the whole time. These other nameless guys will start to rush the area here. As we'll say 1 against Tia, 2 are gonna try to stab against Andres there. So Tia got a 16 to hit as they try to like stab out quickly towards you. I think just hits for 3 points of piercing damage. Andres got a 16 and a 6. Or I'm sorry. His advantage. 22 and a 6 to hit. Andres.
He BRB'd.
He did BRB.
I bet the 22 is good.
He can cast shield though.
He has a proficient.
Mm-hmm.
He usually does that. There's a P word that means that,
Yep.
but I couldn't get it out.
There's another guy here who's gonna lunge towards. We'll do this guy first. Running towards Alara there. They don't have advantage, unfortunately. Getting a 16 to hit though, Alara.
Mm-hmm.
As Alara, you take 6 points. 6 points of piercing damage. And we'll get to Andres in a second whenever he comes back. But that will end their turns, taking us to Alara.
Okay. Hunter's mark on the fella who just
Forgot that guy runs towards it.
attacked me.
Okay. As you hunters mark him real quick, Andres, a enemy got a 22 to hit you just a second ago.
Well, that sucks. I'm gonna cast shield.
Okay, fair enough. That's what we were thinking. I was like, he'll probably catch. I don't know. All right, Alara, you hunters marked this individual that just stabbed you.
And I try to hit him with a sword.
All right.
Yeah.
Stabby McStabberson, stabbing away. 10 unfortunately misses.
No,
Bless.
that's less.
Oh, that's blessed. That's not. I was
that is
thinking that was your. Gotcha. A
Yeah, I
12.
took that off.
12.
Got me too.
12 just hits.
And I snarl right back at him.
All right.
Eerily similar to his own. And cast, and I will include the frighten, my
Okay.
frighten ability.
He is not frightened of you, but he will. Does he take half damage, or does he take the full damage?
I don't think so. I think he takes the full damage.
He's
So
just not frightened.
frightened. Blah, 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 blah.
Right. He automatically takes it.
That doesn't.
As he tries to growl back, but as you stab into him, his mouth fills with blood, and he lets out one last bark as he just coughs up a bunch of blood and falls to the ground, whimpering. That's the first guy you've killed here on this map. Anything else
First
for Alara?
man.
One
Sure.
down. 18 more to go. That's
Pretty much.
I'm gonna move further back again.
All right.
I want to see if I can get into at least a little bit of darkness.
Once you get about like 15 feet out here, I think 20 feet out. What did I make that light? It's 30 feet out. So if you move 30 feet away from this light, you'll be into the darkness.
Yeah. There. End of turn.
All
Thank
right.
you.
That will take us to these guys down here. Phineas, you're so far up they can't see because of the darkness. Whew, what are those guys gonna do? They're gonna chase after everyone else. Starting to surround Tia. A couple of them are gonna chuck spears at Andres, even though he's got the shield out. Getting a 20 and a 14 to hit.
Nope.
One of them stabs out against a wolf here, or one of your sled dogs.
No.
Dealing significant damage to it. While the other two here are going to attack Tia. Getting a 22 and a 12 to hit. I think the 22 hits, but the 12 misses. As Tia, you will take 7 points of piercing damage. Meanwhile, down here, a couple of these Reged that Severs woke up rush outward, also chucking spears at him. Barking in your direction, getting an 8 and a 12. As they just woke up, they're groggy. But that ends all of those guys' turn, taking us to Sev.
Interesting. Need to do that to drop that. I could just run. How much do I really think? It's probably plenty. No, I want to move. I'm just going to take a regular shot at the shaman.
Okay.
Oh, let me turn off advantage. And turn off that. 13.
13 misses him.
1, 2, I'm gonna 3, 4. It's 8. I'm going to sprint into this tent down here in the corner.
Okay.
And hope it is not full of bad guys.
No. Inside, you would see a bound halfling who looks up at you. I'll get the rabbits. I promise tomorrow. I'll get him. I'll get him.
I'm gonna give him the be quiet symbol. I'm going to give him the and then I'm going to use my bonus action to hide.
All right. Oh, okay. We'll be quiet. Which will take us to Chief Cronenstrom. He is going to, seeing this great warrior approach him aggressively, he's gonna go all out. And does he have it yet? And attack the guy who approached him, getting a nat 1 on his first attack. Second attack, also missing. Jeez Louise. His chief sucks. Third attack also missing. So he misses all 3 attacks.
Boo.
Man.
He couldn't roll above a 9.
I don't know. The longer that fight lasts, the better.
Yep, for sure. As the chief seems to be preoccupied with this second great warrior within the clan, taking us to Tia, who is thoroughly surrounded.
Very much so. Yeah. Decisions. The big chief guy.
Yeah, the guy who just missed with all of his attacks against the other guy. And
Yeah.
he's just carrying this sick, like, bone sickle.
I think I'm gonna hit him with a psychic force.
Okay, what are you hoping he sees? Because it's not necessarily about the damage for that spell, it's more about creating something.
I want him to see himself, but like a bigger version of himself.
What is the bigger version of himself doing?
There's always a bigger
Laughing at
fish.
him.
Okay.
Like pointing and laughing.
Pointing and laughing. That won't do any damage to him, but he does fail it.
We'll do emotional damage.
It definitely does emotional damage to him.
All right. I will take the opportunity attacks and move back.
All right, hopping
This
off the
way.
sled. It will be 4
Yeah.
opportunity attacks.
Yeah.
Getting a 12, 2 nat 20s, and an 18.
Ah,
Well, one of them doesn't hit.
All right. The good news is the 2 nat 20s didn't roll great damage. But they are still nat 20s, so it's not bad damage. One of them's horrible. You will take a total of 10, 14, 23 points of damage.
Oh, wow. All right. I will move a little bit more back again, now that
Okay.
I'm not dead for sure. And I will end my turn there.
All right, that will take us to Phineas, 90 feet up in the darkened sky. So you can probably see that Severage for a brief moment was running southward into some tent or something. Had a trio, including the shaman, after him. Even further south, those couple of dozen of torches along the tundra. And below you to the north have all of your dog sleds kind of scattered about, with the dogs still attached to them. And about half a dozen or so of these Reged attacking. And your guy that you have controlled is doing good. He hasn't been hit yet.
Oh, did he? So he moved over. That's right.
Yeah, he didn't get a chance to attack yet.
I'll maintain that with my action. And can I get within 60 feet of Tia?
You're 90 feet up, so you'd have to go 30 down, and she's 60 feet away, essentially. 60 feet over and 30 down, so you have a movement of 60 feet with your bonus.
No,
But
that's concentration.
yeah. So if you're trying to, oh, okay,
Well, I'm not concentrating on that anymore.
gotcha. So you would not be able to get to her unless you dashed.
Okay. And I will start moving toward Tia,
Okay,
or toward the direction that she was headed.
gotcha. Just
If
kind of
there's-
flying in the sky up there.
If I can't get to her, I'll stay. I'll go down to about 75 feet.
Okay. So now you're kind of hovering over the majority of these hunters that are in this camp. Over one of the tents, kind of.
Okay. And that will do it.
All right, that will take us to Andres.
Ooh. Things are taking a turn for the worse. I'm gonna take the dodge action here,
Okay,
adding blue dot.
fair enough.
And I will move back a bit. Like here.
They will take a tax opportunity against you. One of them will.
Okay.
Getting a 22 to hit. Or no, because it'd be a straight roll then. So a 10 to hit. So it
misses.
negates their natural advantage for fighting with others.
Oh, these guys got pack tactics.
They got pack tactics.
They are wolves.
Yep.
They are wolves. That's kind of cool.
Anything else for Andres?
Nah.
All
Yeah,
right.
no bonus actions.
So that'll take us to all the nameless guys and the shaman. Shaman starts to search around the area and gets his tent back. Up here, this guy starts attacking the chief. Interesting. I hate rolling against my own stuff. But here we go. Of course, he hits all but one. As he starts, or he makes, does he make one attack with the Crown of Madness?
I believe it is only one attack.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Okay, so he hits with his attack, dealing some damage to the chief. Sluggish but thorough. While these guys,
And then he does get a wisdom save at the end of his turn.
oh really? At the end of every turn?
Yep.
Very good. He got a 16.
Beats it.
As unfortunately he... sorry! And...
Instant regret.
Yep, instant regret. The other guys, too, will kind of follow Andres. While one will follow Tia. Tia? Getting a 9 to hit.
Yeah. No, that doesn't hit.
Yeah. Andres getting a 13 and a 16 to hit as you dodge out of the way. It just kind of scrapes against your armor. Which will then lead us to Alara.
Okay.
do? What can I do? Because the other fella's dead, can I switch my hunter's mark?
Absolutely, as a bonus action.
To this one that's coming at Tia.
All right.
And I let an arrow loose. Can they see me?
How? I was just measuring. How far away are you from there? If you take 5 feet away, they cannot.
Okay. I'll do another 5 feet. And
So you
I
you will
will-
have the advantage.
yeah, I'm gonna take a shot at him.
A 16 will absolutely hit. As you seems to be kind of like barking and growling towards Tia, rearing back his spear, and you just shoot him right in the face as he crumples down at her feet.
End of turn.
All right, that'll take us to all these guys. As these two kind of start to surround Tia. And two try to attack Andres. Andres got a 20 and a 9 to hit.
I'll take that hit.
Alright, you take 2 points of piercing damage.
Scratched.
Yeah. And Tia flanking you. Those, I tell you what, Tia. Those nat 20s are coming for you. Because they both got one.
Yes.
So the first one will put you down to 0 as you take 9 points of piercing damage. And then I need a Constitution saving throw, DC 10.
You can use Bless and Emboldening Bond.
That is true.
Don't need it.
Alright, you do suffer a point of exhaustion. That's -1 to everything. But you don't suffer any lingering wounds. The other one will stab into you as you fail 2 death saves. Meanwhile, one of these guys is attacking a wolf. He would have had a nat 22 if he had advantage. But misses the wolf, even though the wolves are tied up. The dogs. We'll say he rolled so bad that the dogs will bite out at him. He had 1 hit point left. And will attack him as he falls to the ground to the dogs. The wolf is eaten by the dog.
All right.
At which point down here, they're going to try to look for Sev. No sign of him. It's like a ghost. That will take us to Sev.
I'm gonna creep over to this guy and cut him free.
Oh, thanks so much. I'll be quiet. You're not.
That's rough out there.
You're not a dog. Oh, it's great. It's so nice to not get barked at. Have you come to rescue me?
We're trying.
Oh, excellent.
Is your gear in here, or?
Oh, well, they took most of my stuff other than my traps. I didn't have any thing. I got a knife over there on the corner.
All right. Well, I'm gonna give him a berry and tell him to grab that knife, but it's rough out here.
I'm not good in a scrap, I promise. But I'll follow you.
Hopefully, you don't have to scrap, and you might not want to follow.
Okay, I won't. Maybe. I just want to get back home.
Keep yourself alive. I want to peek out the tent.
They are looking for you.
They are, in fact, looking for me. I would like to. I mean, I want to run straight north, but I want to do it quietly.
Give me a stealth check.
That's not particularly good, but either way, I'm going to be far enough away so it doesn't.
They do see you.
I'm still up. We'll call that and that. Action, move action. I'll just dash.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. I'll end up over there.
All right. That will take us to the chief. No longer cursed by Tia's thoughts of himself laughing at himself. Kind of enraged. He's gonna attack the dude in front of him. Let's see if he hits. He hits one.
You come at the chief, you best not miss.
Yep. Well, he hits once. Slashing across this other tribesman's chest. You dare go against the king? Tia. You'll whisper me a death save.
Bless and emboldening bond.
You do have plus bless and emboldening bond. Which, how much is emboldening bond?
It's a
Another
D4.
D4.
It's like
Alright.
another bless, but better.
Fair enough. That'll take us to Phineas.
All right.
60 feet up in the air, maybe 20 feet away from, like, to the side from Tia. Or you're 70 feet in the air. So you could fly and get within 60 feet of her.
Yeah. I'll dip down and point at her, and I'll yell out, "No!" And I'll cast Healing Word.
Alright. Plus 4, 3?
5, shouldn't it?
Do you have a 20 intelligence?
4.
Yeah, 4.
Okay.
So Tia, you get 7 hit points as on the brink of death. Come back.
I'll
Exhausted.
Fly back up. I'll fly back up to 75 feet.
I would say you'd still need to be at that. You would have to, because you had to fly over a little bit and down.
Okay. All right. I'll just get up as much as I can.
All right. Anything for your action?
Firebolt the shaman.
The shaman you don't see anymore. He is far. He was far to the south last you saw, like behind some tents and
far
shit.
away.
He's very far away.
Firebolt.
He got given the
somebody-
runaround.
One of the guys by the dogs.
Okay. That will hit him. So we'll say the guy right next to Andres too. He takes
Damage.
max damage.
Nice.
He is still up though, just barely.
That'll do it.
Our good boys are gonna get him. Totally.
Maybe they're not. The other maybe we'll find out. Andres, that will take us to your turn.
Speaking of the dogs, these two appear hurt at all? Have they been hit?
They have not been hit.
Okay. These guys are busy over there. It's not looking too terrible. I'll throw out a healing word on Tia as well.
Okay.
Just regular first level. Ooh, nice.
So you get 9 more hit points back. What's your word?
What did I use last time? I think it was santé, which is French for health.
All right.
I mean, Elven. It's Elven.
Would definitely.
It's Frelvin.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm gonna take another dodge action.
Okay.
Has been working okay for me so far.
Dodge is great. It's a great cleric move.
Nice cleric move.
Classic, which will take us to the warrior here. Who knows? Maybe he will be the chief.
Hey, in for a penny, right?
Yep. As he starts wailing on the chief there, bashing him with his shield.
Yeah.
Wow, it didn't take much, I guess.
It did
The
not.
fight is on.
Yeah.
It's a chaotic tribe.
These two guys here will lash out at Andres. Getting a 15 and a 14, both missing.
Miss.
And the shaman chases after Severage down here. And we'll throw some fire at him.
Such a jerk.
Getting a nat 20.
What
Jesus.
a jerk.
Oh, god damn.
For 5 points of fire damage. I think he rolled a nat 20 on his last Produce Flame too.
Yes, he did. He's hit me twice. Both were nat 20s.
Barking at you, calling out for you to stop. But he still looks pretty hurt himself with that regrown kind of bark-like bone growing over his skin. These two are the chief king and this other second great warrior seem to be embroiled in battle. While everyone up here, Tia just got back up from multiple healing words. Severage giving the runaround to the shaman and a couple of others, freeing a halfling. There's more to do here, but that'll be a good spot for us to end tonight. So we'll pick up there next week. See what happens in this tumultuous wolf camp of cannibals. But so stick around next week, folks, and we'll see what happens here. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week. Night, Internet.
Bye.
Bye.